think it's very troubling that, in reference to what the black community has gone through in their passage, the great passage across the Atlantic, coming to this point in time in our history where we've had an experience with suffering. We seem to be lost from understanding the dynamics of what's happening with the premier of Israel coming to America. Benjamin Netanyahu is coming here. I think it's tragic that this has even been made a political football. Attempt of the Black Congressional Caucus and the president is so evident. I'm terribly concerned from a Judeo-Christian perspective that individuals who say they believe in the Bible and they know God don't understand the type of response we should be manifesting in reference to the Prime Minister of Israel coming to our country to ask our country to stand solidly with his nation as those that millions around him are plotting his demise. And because we share most certainly in common Jehovah God, and to think that and Jewish people have given us Jesus Christ the Lord, and our president is taking this occasion. I think one of the most desperate hours of Israel is right now. As we said earlier, when Neville Chamberlain came off with his little piece of paper and said freedom in our time, which proved to be a lie, that Hitler was a demonic person that was most certainly plotting and planning the demise of millions of Jews. We have the same situation, and I think more obvious than when Hitler was alive, that there are people that want to destroy Israel, and the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, is aware of this. We have seen war after war perpetrated against Israel by the Islamic people, or people who embraced the Islamic faith repeatedly, so that they tried to wipe them out. And now they're at a point in time where we have Iran that is producing, if they have not yet already got it, the bomb that could really be the demise of Israel. And I don't think that the premier of Israel is coming here to play politics. He's coming here fighting for the survival of his nation. And if anyone is playing politics with this issue, it is the president and the Congressional Black Caucus with their convoluted, made-up story about being disrespected. As we were advised, Representative or House Speaker Boehner had not warned, but advised the president that the president of Israel was coming here, and now they pretend they didn't know anything about it. So this looks like this is a contrived, made-up, orchestrated attempt to discredit Israel and mask their animosity toward Israel by pretending they've been suffered an affront because they weren't advised. This to me is so despicable, because Israel is a democracy, the only one in the Middle East. And again, as I forestated, as Christians, we should be standing with Israel. I have watched down through the years. I said 6 years ago, before President Obama was elected, that this was not a good time, would not be a good time for Israel. And it seems my prophecy has come to fruition. But I think it's incumbent upon every Black American that calls themselves a Christian to read that book they claim they love so much, the Bible, and see what side they should be on. They should speak to their elected representatives of the Congressional Black Caucus and insist they stand on God's side and not evil side. Too often in my community, we're on the wrong side of the issue. I've been in the Black pro-life movement for over 30 years, and it's beyond me how genocide is being perpetrated in our community with the loss of 8,000 lives every week, and the Congressional Black Caucus never addresses it. I'm seeing with what they're doing with Israel and what they're doing even on that issue. What are these people there for when you will support, you will go against the God of your constituency, because the Black community is overwhelmingly Christian and conservative Christian, but yet the Black Congressional Caucus votes almost 100% against the Christian faith of its own community. And now we see in their action toward Benjamin Netanyahu, once again, they going against the Bible. To me, this is horrible, this is terrible, and I think every sincere black Christian, as well as white Christian, brown Christian, ought to be showing their disdain and their animosity and anger in reference to our president trying to depict Israel as our enemy rather than our friend.